Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. I have been getting quite a bit of inquiries from some of my clients, and those inquiries revolved around the question of, well, the first question is this: is there a residency requirement if you want to own a private security company and even be the qualified manager? And the other part of the question is there an employment requirement if you just want to own the private security company? Not manage it, but just own the care. I'm sorry, just own the security company. Keep in mind that this is not legal advice, this is not professional advice. I do not represent any government agency, including the BSIS. In California, they are the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. They monitor, they regulate private security, private investigative professionals in our beautiful state. That's it. That's what they do. So let me get to that. Most of you will be filling out form 31A-9. 31A-9, there's a section where you put your employment history, and that's for the qualified manager, and that's also if you want to be an owner of a security company. In California, the qualified manager refers to the person who is managing the business. And I say that in respect to those of you who are in other states. You might hear me mention the word qualified manager. That's all it is the person who's authorized to run the day-to-day operations of the security business. The private patrol operator license is basically, it's the same thing as a security company license. They might have a different name in your state. So on the form, you're supposed to put your last, I think it's 5 years of residency, where have you lived, and then the last 5 years of your employment history. And they want your employment history, and it doesn't matter whether or not it relates to private security. They want you to put something down. As for just owning the company, again, they just want you to put something down. Now, some of you might be coming from another country traditionally, and I'm not putting women down in any way. Women have an equal opportunity in the United States. But there's some countries where traditionally women don't work. And what we've been getting is an influx of women from the Middle East. Um, Primarily, we've been getting a lot of Afghan citizens that have came over the last year or so. We even get a lot of Mexican citizens as well who have transitioned to U.S. citizenship, and they may not have residency in the United States. Now, it's up to it's based on my knowledge, based on what I know. You don't have to be a resident of the United States or California in order to have the ability to own a security company or even be the qualified manager. Okay, you don't have to have residency. Now, remember, you can be an illegal alien and still get a driver's license in California. They'll issue you the card. So that's how open California is to accepting just about anybody. Even a convicted felon, after a certain number of years have passed, you can even get a private patrol operator license. You can even get a guard card license. And I talked about this in other videos. Please watch those videos as well. So these are my suggestions. You have to follow the directions. On form 31A-9, if it tells you to list the last 5 employers, that means you list the last 5 employers. So let's just say you only work for one employer in your whole life. So what I want you to do is, below that, your next employer, it'll be self-employed, and your occupation, if this is what you did, will be a homemaker. Okay, who's to say that a homemaker is not an important classification? It's not an important job classification. They're not important job duties. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in a relationship where my wife works and she takes care of the kids. She does her homework. She cleans the house. She cooks. She cleans. And that job is harder than what I do. And sometimes I have 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs. That job is more difficult. So you're going to have to write your experience in such a way that it sounds acceptable. And I've helped clients in the past not not totally write it for them, but basically review what they have. Okay, I'll offer some suggestions, but ultimately they write it. Um, Now, as for residency, I know that some of you have maybe only been in the United States for 2 years. So where do you put the last 5 years if you've only been in America for two? Well, what I recommend that you do is if you lived in Mexico or Afghanistan, Iraq, or somewhere in the Middle East, put that address there. I mean, they didn't say American address, right? They just put residency. Why do they ask these questions? I don't know, guys. Maybe it has something to do with national security. I don't know. Now, what if you work in a foreign country? You put that down. Okay, so follow the directions. Some of you might need extra help. I offer extra help. I actually offer a review service. Now, some of you are complaining. I think a couple of guys have complained that every time I make these videos, I try to sell my services, sell my books. Why don't I get to the point? Listen, I don't mean to sound like an arrogant person, and I'm actually biting my tongue here, but just like how you have to survive, I have to survive too. My time is as valuable to me as it is to you. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. I make these videos so that I can advertise my services and my products. That's one of the reasons why I have this channel. I don't lie. I don't make stuff up. I'm not one of those people who hide behind the shadows. Okay, I am upfront. I'm direct, and I'm honest, and I'm transparent. That's me. That's Sean. But I do offer a service, an application review service, and right now the fee is $500. Some of you are complaining it's too much money. It's $500. Then don't hire me to do that. There's another service that I offer. It's actually a video. It's about a 3-hour video. It's like $14.99 right now. At this point in time, it's $14.99, $15, and basically you watch this 3-hour video. It shows you step by step how to fill out the application. $15. If you follow step by step, there's a little chance that you'll need to have somebody review your application. Okay, most people just pay $15 and watch this video, and it helps them a lot. I haven't had any complaints. Now, if you want me to review every single page, give my recommendations, that costs $500. So why does it cost $500? Because it involves a lot of my time. Most of these applications have a lot of mistakes. A lot of people don't follow directions. And even, to be honest with you guys, a lot of times people hire me, they pay the $500, and there's usually like one mistake or one error that I oversaw. And there is a slight delay, but would you rather have somebody who's been doing this for 10 years find one error, or just submit it on your own and BSIS find like 10 errors or 6 errors or 5 errors? Because when people come to me after they submit their application, there's usually about 5 or 6 errors on there already. So I could help you, not guarantee, but maybe sort of make your application either error-free or reduce the number of errors. I have a lot of experience reading these applications. Once again, I don't work for the state. I'm Sean. Okay, I'm not a government employer, not an attorney. I don't offer you legal advice, but this is something that I do. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a master's degree in public administration. I'm also a published author. I self-publish my own books. I have about 5 or 6 books. I lost count, and they're all available on Amazon. I'm a critical thinker, critical reader, and that's what I do. I go line by line through your application, and I find the errors. Okay, in the end, it saves a lot. It will not guaranteed, but a lot of times it saves you money. You pay $500, and there's again little chance that there's going to be a mistake. No guarantee. I've helped out quite a bit of people, guys. So just something to think about. I will continue to offer these free videos. Just keep watching them. Okay. Make sure that you guys go through the playlist on this channel as well. If you have any questions, I'll feel talking too fast. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Take care, guys.